The Medal of Honor is the highest award given by our country for acts of heroism and valor in combat. This is the story of one hero.
When Pearl Harbor happened and other people around me were going to war, I felt that it was not only my duty but my privilege to serve the country.
Technician Robert Maxwell found himself thrust into the heat of combat on September 7, 1944, in the small border town of Besançon, France.
The Germans had apparently infiltrated surrounding the command post, and it was in danger of being captured. Several grenades had been thrown against the wire and they bounced off and landed outside the courtyard. But one of them must have come through a hole in the fence, realizing the time was up, and all I could do was just grab my blanket, shove it up to my chest and drop one. The grenade had taken off quite a portion of my instep just ahead of my right heel. And of course my left arm bicep muscle was torn out, and left temple was hit about a quarter inch from my eye. I got up on my feet and staggered over to the door. There was Lieutenant Johnson taking the wire off the phone. So I draped an arm over his shoulder and bled all over him, and we left.
Maxwell's decisive action saved the lives of his comrades, keeping Allied communications open during the temporary withdrawal of the battalion's forward headquarters.
Paul Harvey says there are two things in America that represents peace, and one is the cross of Christ and the other is the Congressional Medal of Honor. Christ gave his life to save the world, and in a way we're giving our lives to gain freedom for the world, not particularly for America, but for all countries.
Find more at moments.org.